All right. Hello. Well, I actually got a comment that's saying that game sounds weren't quite loud enough. Let's go ahead. Oh, thank you for the host, Carson. Thank you very much, actually. Yeah, Carson, a friend of mine, back from, well, back from the very wonderful time we had all at DreamHack. Part of Dust. Yeah, a lot of fun here. Thank you for tuning in. I was able to get NetEase to kind of go into widescreen. There is like this dead bar zone up top. Not quite sure what's going on there. Hopefully they'll be able to rebuild this interface where I can truly go widescreen without having that little bar off to the north. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this 1v1 matchup. We have 15 Sui spawning as the, well, red undead player over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, we have Thunder, a Korean player, going up against a human player, spawning as the blue human. So, it is going to be human versus undead in this 1v1 matchup. I am looking forward to casting some of these games, or all of the games that get recommended to me. I guess, well, you know who you are, and I know who you are as well. You've been screening my games for over 9 months now, it feels like, and it's just been a lot of fun watching high-level play, but also watching some of the mid-level play, or mid-high level play, as they try and execute strategies that aren't quite that normal. We are going to be going up with a Death Knight coming out over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, going up against, well, Thunder opening up with a Blood Mage. Is this the reason why this game was recommended? Blood Mage first has become, well, a much more common occurrence as, well, a lot of players are trying to shut down opponents' heroes as opposed to getting their own heroes established. That has become quite a thing as of late. Hopefully all will turn out well, as we're looking at, well, an Acolyte now just backing away here. Some early creeping coming on from both sides. Death Knight, Graveyard already in play as well. I like the building placement here, making it so that you have to come single file down into these areas if you are a hero, making it a little bit more difficult. One Nerubian Tower, but then again, drops are, well, have a plethora of options, as it's gonna be a Flame Strike opening. Alright, so Flame Strike was not the ability that I was looking for, as we see a Peasant now back away right there. That damage over time for that Burning Ground did eat a little bit of health as the units are getting taken down there. Meanwhile, Blood Mage already sitting at level 2. It looks like it finished, no, it finished off the Acolyte, but it was unable to get that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. But then again, is the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, is it that important to steal if your opponent doesn't go for Water Elementals? Oh, Blood Mage is already off over here. Let's take a look at this Death Knight. There's the Siphon Mana, trying to get as much mana as possible. We are going to see another Mantle of Intelligence plus 3 picked up by the Blood Mage, which then, well, pretty much translates into Claws of Attack plus 6. Units are now making their way back again. Death Knight now making its way over, getting a little bit of Siphon Mana again, but that's not going to really amount to very much. Back across, we can take a look. More peasants are being trained. It looks like it is an attempt at a fast expansion. Footman wants to try and, well, stay alive, but things are not looking well for him at all. There's the Siphon Mana again. Is the Blood Mage gonna just deny that Footman? Nope, unable to do so. And the Death Knight gets on the board with a little bit more experience. Skeletal Minion now heading back off to the north here. More peasants are still being trained. Thunder is going to be going for this expansion. He's going to have a large amount of lumber here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Skeletal Minion's also looking to finish off that farm that was never really finished off by that mercenary camp. Undead looks like he is content to just try and hire up a lot of mercenaries and put down a lot of pressure. And by hiring at the mercenary camp, he ensures that the units are closer to his opponent, as we may see another Footman get caught out of position once more. This is just not good news at all. More Footmen are now backing away. Death Knight, is he going to try to go for another Rod of Necromancy charge? Doesn't see any skeletons and is now making its way out. Meanwhile, one skeletal minion hanging around over here by the Forest Troll High Priest. Tech to tier 2 has already begun, and Thunder is going to be sitting on a large amount of lumber. Meanwhile, Thunder is also going for a different strategy, going after the Flame Strike and clearing out the creep camp on the opposite end. He should be trying to pick up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest of his own, to try and heal early on since he doesn't have an Arcane Vault, but he may also be trying to go for Priest. Mantle of Intelligence level 3 now, or number 3 here overall. Are we going to see, oh, Potion of Greater Mana, what are you going to do? What are you going to do there? Drop that item. Are you going to attack that Mantle of Intelligence? Nope, I guess he's not even doing that. Lightning Shield was cast there. Death Knight taking this opportunity to clear out a relatively easy creep camp in the middle portion, not realizing, well, what of a bad situation this could easily be. There's that Flame Strike. Acolyte, is it going to take any damage? As you can see them trying to, risk away. Haunted Goldmine now down to 253 hit points. It could just actually get taken out by, well, a whole bunch of auto attacks. This might actually be the case here. You got to be careful, though. The Footmen don't want to be taking that damage either, as the Forest Troll Berserker could end up getting taken down. Death Coil right there. Oh, Death Knight already back over to try and cause a little bit of problems, and Thunder is going to have a very, very bad day here in just a moment, as we're going to look at the Haunted Goldmine finally getting taken down. All right, Blood Mage, Scroll of Town Portal to get away, but what was the cost? The cost was your entire army except for one Footman. The follow-up play is going to be big here. Arcane Vault is getting added. We are going into a Blacksmith. Let's take a look at this Blood Mage. You're going to go ahead and use a Scroll of Regeneration. Did save an additional Footman from earlier, but that is about it. Coming back around, Blood Mage, you're gonna go up, use another Clarity Potion, may try and use another Scroll of Regeneration. I was surprised that he didn't pick up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, as the Death Knight's army is now sitting at 30 over 40, ready to put in the pressure. Sui wants the Undead really wants to lay down pressure with this Dark Ranger right now, knowing that, well, it's gonna take quite a bit of time for that expansion to establish. Let's take a look, go back over here. Footman could easily get taken down. There it goes, Skeletal Minions getting added in. And this is an absolute bonus for the Undead army, as the Blood Mage, well, needs to retreat back, already down to 157 hit points, may be forced to use that Potion of Greater Healing much earlier than he would like, as we are now going into Mass Towers. All right, Blacksmith, Lumber Mill, Arcane Tower. We can see extra damage being added in here. Is it going to be able to be broken free? Forest Troll Berserker finishes it off, 28 to 37, dealing bonus damage towards light armor, and that was that right there. Blood Mage needs to back up. There goes another Skeletal Minion. More repairs coming underway. And this, well, rather narrow choke point, what is it going to mean? More repairs are going to be needed. Forest Troll Shadow Priest, there is another Flame Strike. And guarding the front door, hold the door, my friends, as Thunder able to hold on right here ever so barely. But, well, the Militia now trying to back away again. Paladin is currently out onto the field. Could get some Holy Lights. We could also see some Siphon Mana from that Blood Mage and funneling it back into that Paladin if necessary. All right, let's take a look. More Siphon Mana. Death Knight is actually very far in right here. Rifleman getting healed up. 200 hit point heal. Perfect there, as the Blood Mage still holds onto that Potion of Greater Healing. More battling coming through. Let's take a look. Are we going to get any more Siphon Mana? Paladin going to get off a Holy Light right there. No Flame Strike on that backline. I'm actually quite surprised that there isn't a Flame Strike right now. Siphon Mana once more, and the Paladin is just working overtime, as that Blood Mage constantly holds. All right, more damage coming across here. Units now trying to make their way back again. Blood Mage down to 146 hit points. Oh, a Holy Light should be coming in. No, onto that Rifleman first, as the Riflemen are perhaps getting some level 1 weapons upgrades. Mass Rifleman, Blood Mage, Paladin going up against this Death Knight, Dark Ranger, as that damage is starting to add up. More Siphon Mana into that Paladin. Paladin still does not have any mana. That is incredibly important, as the Death Knight gets up to level 3. Holy Light onto that Rifleman. Is it going to be in time? Yes, it is, as it backs away down to 193 hit points already. Footman trying to rejoin in on the fight. Could easily get taken down. Well, it looks like it is going to get taken down here, as Thunder also picking up some Mud Golems to try and cast slow, but doesn't work out that well. Death Knight in serious trouble, is surrounded, does get taken down, as the Blood Mage threatened a Flame Strike, but did not follow it up. All right, Paladin sitting at level 1, Blood Mage sitting at level 3, Clarity Potion, Ivory Tower is getting added, 1 Guard Tower here, no Masonry upgrade. Dark Ranger looking to get a little bit of experience as well, as this game has unfolded in a, well, rather unique way. Blood Mage is now sitting at 150 mana, using that Clarity Potion still. Could try and siphon mana from this Forest Troll High Priest. We're going to take a look at a little bit of an engagement there. There's a Flame Strike, and that Forest Troll High Priest is pretty much just going to get burned to death very, very quickly. Losing all of that mana already, down to, what, 48 mana. They're going to go ahead and finish things off here as Ivory Towers setting up an expansion now. There you have it. Paladin sits at level 2, picks up Claws of Attack +6. Blood Mage picking up Tome of Intelligence. Paladin is going to be working overtime to continue to heal up all of these units. Meanwhile, Undead saying, you know what, I don't want to try and put pressure on that base with my current units. Let me go ahead, head back, get the advantage of the slaughterhouse with these obsidian statues, and then perhaps knock on that front door after I get my Death Knight back onto the field. Death Knight, about 2/3 of the way resurrected. It feels like that Death Knight was out of the game for quite a long time. Perhaps the resurrection didn't take place because, well, there is a disparity in gold right now, and you can see it. 7,600 compared to 6,200. That is about that is a 2-minute difference in mining, and then also being forced to rebuild that haunted gold mine. The cost of that gold mine too. Rifleman. Well, Rifleman, Footman now making their way out. We are looking at more Scout Towers getting added in. Well, expansion about to be up and running. Ivory Towers also have that Masonry upgrade. Blood Mage going to come across here. There's a Flame Strike. Is it going to catch anything off guard? And you're going to see that Dark Ranger take a lot of damage. All right, Dark Ranger could get down to 148 hit points. 1 or 2 more shots. A Holy Light could finish it off. Down to 92 hit points. The Obsidian statues there for the heals, doing a great job there. All right, Dark Ranger gets healed up by that Death Knight. Holy Light in time to get that, well, Dark Ranger back up to 540 some odd hit points as the units are now backing away. Riflemen doing target practice against some of those skeletal minions, as the Blood Mage and the zoning may actually be the main issue. Are we going to go into a Goblin Zeppelin? Yes, we are. Everyone all aboard the train. Get on the chopper, and here we go. Is that Footman going to be left behind? It looks like he is. Oh, yes, going to be left behind. All he had to do was jump inside, but he did not do it for some strange reason. All right, Crypt Fiends, Forest Troll, Berserkers units are all now making their way back off to the north. Goblin Zeppelin going to go ahead and land here in just a moment as well. Riflemen all here. Death Knight now going to try to make its way over. There goes one ghoul again. Units picked back up, but the majority of the army is actually at the expansion. Thunder is going to go ahead and try and retreat back with this one Rifleman. There is a lot of guard towers here, though. Guard tower number 3 now up online. Number 4 is still getting upgraded, as we can see the Scroll of Town Portal. No, Staff of Teleportation from the Blood Mage, and that was it. Goblin Zeppelin now making its way over as well. But did I don't believe Rui actually, or the Undead actually saw the feint at all. Blood Mage here, ready to go. It has the Flame Strike, it has the damage, and we are going to be dropping units here. There's the Flame Strike now. All the units all wanting to retreat back once more. Doesn't want to stick around in that fight for far too long. Mantle of Intelligence. Units getting picked up and dropped back down. Rifleman could be trying to engage, as that is a little bit of damage over time. All right, Dark Ranger going to still fight back once more. Those black arrows could, well, those projectile units, if you actually Goblin Zeppelin microed enough to dodge black arrows from a Dark Ranger, that is just next level play. All right, Rifleman going to have a bad day. Gets Frost Nova. Oh no, Frost Nova, and then picked up by the Goblin Zeppelin. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Paladin going to be forced to retreat back again. We are looking at level 1 Masonry upgrade still, as the Arcane Vault is absolutely taking a beating. Blood Mage could be in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, Paladin now making its way out over here. Does it have Divine Shield? I do believe so. Is it going to try and use it? Oh, wow. 5 hit points, and it ends up surviving. All right, the Paladin needs a way to stay alive. We're going to perhaps transfer a Potion of Greater Healing back over to the Paladin, as the units are going to perhaps try and go for another heal. They're unable to get the Holy Light off, as the Paladin wants to get to level 3, but unable to do so. Blood Mage holding on to this right now. Let's take a look. Use that Potion of Mana. Are we going to see a Flame Strike? Yes, we are. Siphon Mana, and it doesn't look like the Dark Ranger was paying attention right there. And the Paladin still making its way over. The Paladin could easily just get focused down very quickly, but no, it does end up staying alive here. Continuing to battle it out. Paladin sitting at level 2. Skeletal Minions joining in on the fight. The Skeletal Minions are very powerful against against those riflemen if they're able to land those attacks. Meanwhile, Blood Mage could be in trouble. Holy Light, Potion of Healing should be used here. Is going to be used. Yes, it's going to land the Flame Strike. Yes, it will, as the Paladin, well, unable to save the Blood Mage there. We see one last dying Flame Strike as the units are now finding their way again, as Thunder is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He does have, well, he does have the economic advantage, but does it matter if he loses his entire army as the Riflemen still get taken down? Paladin sitting at level 3 now. Potion of Healing, Potion of Mana, all being used. Fighting next to a shop, very hazardous to your health. As you can see, all of a sudden the Paladin is going after that Death Knight. Death Knight could be in trouble. Paladin going to be running, however, constantly getting body blocked right there. There goes a Forest Troll Berserker now going after the Lich. Lich could end up getting taken down. Holy Light, oh no, does not take down the Lich, but it could go after the Death Knight. Death Knight is right there. Units are trying to make their way back and forth again. Paladin going to try and engage. Abomination is right there. Lich is going to try and make its way over. As you can see, the Paladin is in trouble, down to 127 hit points, down to 58, and is still running for the hills, down to 28 hit points. There's the Divine Shield, and able to stay alive ever so barely. Death Knight was actually killed by the Blood Mage and a Goblin Shredder off on the other side, though, as the Paladin is still fighting its way through. So a big recovery. The Death Knight looked like it was about to escape. However, a resurrection at the tavern causes, well, a flip in the script. All right, let's take a look at this. Down to, well, could be down to dead, down to 41 hit points. It double backed around, giving 80 experience both to the Lich and that Dark Ranger. Blood Mage now making its way back down. Oh, so many units getting caught in transit. Let's take a look at this. One more shot right there. There it goes. And what is going to end up happening as you see a Frost Nova quickly going down once more? Are we going to perhaps be looking at a Goblin Zeppelin pickup? That's what we need to be seeing. Oh, wow, picks up at the last possible moment. No attacks whatsoever. Death Knight could end up getting taken down. The Goblin Shredder are going to go ahead and pick up instead as the Zeppelin now backs over once more. Lich still sitting at level 2, has that level 1 or still has a point of ability available to him. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what else is going on here. Scroll of Regeneration. Blood Mage having to overcome that disease cloud, as well as the units are going to be trying to slowly heal up once more. Riflemen will be forced to retreat back. We are taking a tier 3. Paladin is about halfway done, and there is double obsidian statues, 1 abomination, as the units are still trying to engage here. That front door, very difficult to attack, though. As you can see, those units are trying to, well, put into a little bit of a place there. A Rifleman down to 30 hit points. One more shot, it's going to get taken down again, adding in a new skeletal minion. Coming back around, more abominations still getting added in. Where is that Goblin Zeppelin? Zeppelin going to be trying to come in for a play here, and perhaps he believes that he can hold this line long enough while dealing terrible damage with his own units. That's the only thing that I can consider right now. Blood Mage is right there, perhaps trying to finish off more of those units. There is enough Spirit Towers to cause problems. Are we going to see a Flame Strike? Yeah. Well, tightly grouped together buildings, but the Blood Mage backed off too early, and the Flame Strike did not land. All right, Altar of Kings. Paladin is now back out onto the field. Scroll of Town Portal trying to head back every which way. Dark Ranger, well, could be having a little bit of problems. Holy Light now on that Blood Mage as the units are going to go ahead and engage once more. Blood Mage sitting at level 4. And I really believe if that Flame Strike actually landed on a cluster of those buildings, getting supply blocked would have been absolutely horrendous for the undead. Blood Mage now trying to test the waters on this front door once more. A long drawn out battle still. Abomination. There goes another Rifleman, level 4 now on the Dark Ranger. More mana could cause problems. There's the Flame Strike. It's going to land. It's going to burninate so much of those units onto the ground right there, as the Rifleman still able to, well, hold the door, even though part of the door is completely gone. Altar of Kings was destroyed. Additional scout towers and guard towers are in position here. Meanwhile, level 2 masonry upgrades going to cause a bit of difficulties when trying to take down these buildings here. Let's take a look. Repairs now underway once more. Blood Mage going to try and get in position. It looks like 56 supply compared to a rather small army for the human. The human has the smaller army, but he's been able to do at least something with all of this additional gold. As we're looking at more militia now, where are they going? Are they trying to set up a 3rd expansion? That would be absolutely crazy if they try to set up an expansion down across here. All right, more repairs are underway. Let's take a look. That's going to get taken down. Dark Ritual quickly being used as the Dark Ranger finishes off some skeletons once more, and they pop back up. All right, there goes another unit again. Meanwhile, down here, Militia about to finish everything off here. Holy Light onto the Blood Mage. We see a Book of the Dead. Not necessarily that great right now. No Ivory Towers, as we may be looking at another expansion over here on the bottom left. Time for a Ninja expansion to get through. Meanwhile, Meat Wagons and also, Crypt Fiend joining in on the fight. The Arcane Vault also destroyed once more. Blood Mage about to make its play over here. Let's take a look. There is one destroyer in the air. A Knight getting, well, absolutely caught in transit. That is not how you want to see things go. Are we going to see a Flame Strike? Oh my gosh. Blood Mage down to 48 hit points. It is running for the hills, down to 32. Somehow survives. Needs the Siphon Mana into the Paladin. Paladin will then need to Holy Light the Blood Mage. Transfer of life for mana constantly, as this expansion is, well, just currently holding on. All right, Blood Mage is off in position here. Is going to be able to siphon any mana. What is it doing? Oh, there's a Book of the Dead quickly being used, trying to zone out things. There was a Devour Magic, and all of a sudden that Destroyer says, yummy, able to deal extra damage to that Knight as well. Blood Mage still trying to make a bit of a position. Blood Mage now back up to level 5. Silence onto the Blood Mage. Are they going to be able to turn back around and hold the line here, waiting for that silence to come to an end? Blood Mage, well, decided to back up here. No Staff of Sanctuary either. Blood Mage sitting there. There's that Flame Strike. Units are going to go ahead and back away. It doesn't want to engage right there. That's going to buy just a little bit of time as you see them fight once more. Meanwhile, back across over here, we are now looking at siege engines being built next to the Goblin Laboratory. So that is a workshop in a rather curious spot. We could have siege engines just start walking into the base here, as we are looking at triple Spirit Towers to try and defend. Massive repairs coming through. Blood Mage siphon mana away from that Dark Ranger. Blood Mage now back up to 148 mana again. We could be looking at a Flame Strike. Flame Strike on the back. Crypt Fiends, are they going to be able to get away? Yes, they do. But damage was once again taken. Death Knight onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage able to execute a Scroll of Town Portal. But what is it going to really hope to do? Just reposition itself as it gets siphon mana again to perhaps get Holy Light once more. Another Knight going to get taken out. Oh, Holy Light gets saved at the last possible moment again, as we're looking at perhaps, well, the main gold mines have now been nearly mined out. All right, with that said, I believe Undead is not going to want to be in, well, Undead is not going to want to engage right now. He knows that he cannot trade efficiently or effectively. Mr. Cool Trader Pro, thank you for tuning in. First comment all game today, as the Abomination about to, well, perhaps back up once more. Blood Mage has an Orb of Fire. We see a Staff of Sanctuary now. Paladin, no such luck. We are going to see Rifleman now joining in. Well, the Knight really diving in a bit too far. Holy Light trying to save it. Are we going to see a Staff of Sanctuary on that Knight? There is a Flame Strike, yes, and units are now trying to dive and duck and dodge and weave across the board. Paladin now gets up to level 4. Holy Light is going to save right there. Death Coil onto the Abomination, but the Abomination did have that Orb of Fire debuff, as we see now a little bit of a trade. Oh, Flame Strike onto, wow, there goes one Crypt Fiend there. Another Crypt Fiend could get taken down. Two very low hit point Crypt Fiends are currently hiding in the ground, and there is a possibility of a reveal here, as the Obsidian statues could get taken out once more. All right. Paladin gonna try and, well, smack it. There it goes, takes it down. Rifleman now shooting back the other way, as the Paladin looking to make its way back down. Blood Mage also not looking all too happy or good right now. Where is that Siege Engine? Siege Engine still wandering around, and we can see, thank you for the follow, as the Acolyte was trying to clear up this expansion and said, wait a second, there's already a base here. How long has it been there? All right, mining going to be coming to an end here. Peasants going to get taken out. 43 supply for the Undead, going up against, 43 going up against 37 for the Human. Come on, switch back, switch back. All right, I simply can't do it because it's not letting me. All right, coming back across over here. Death Knight going to go ahead and engage. Siphon mana away from the Death Knight. Could be bad news. Blood Mage ends up getting taken down. Paladin was silenced, unable to heal, and this could go from bad to worse very, very quickly. All right, Knight trying to chase after a, oh, trying to chase after that burrowed Crypt Fiend, unable to do so, unable to finish. Blood Mage getting resurrected. All of that additional gold going into quick resurrections on a level 5 Blood Mage, as we still see Thunder sitting on about 430 gold. All right. As time moves on, Undead Army going to try and, well, stop this expansion here. Well, greetings to Berlin, as we're looking at the Death Knight, Dark Ranger, Lich, all here ready to engage. We're trying to feed back some more. Knight, oh, is going to get the Staff of Sanctuary. Yes, it will. Now, Thunder knows that every second that he's engaging is actually better if he can just constantly buy time from his opponent. Let's take a look at this. Goblin Zeppelin is about to get taken down. Oh, it's Siphon Mana right there. This could be very bad news. We could see a Staff of Sanctuary. No, Blood Mage gets taken out again. Web onto the Zeppelin. And, oh, what bad news. Are we going to see the Paladin, yes, pop back out? Where is the Knights going? The Knights cannot possibly hope to try and resurrect. Yes, going to resurrect the Blood Mage again. And the Blood Mage is already down to, well, 721 hit points after a Holy Light from that Paladin. All right, standing army is much better for the Undead. However, 2 base economy so far for the human. He is mining about 20 gold a second. Let's take a look at this Staff of Teleportation coming back the other way. We could be looking at some repairs where, well, it looked like there was a Staff of Teleportation and then canceled for just a moment. Perhaps it wanted to wait until it was truly ready to go, or perhaps it knows that every bit of gold mined here, as long as his opponent is not mining, is still okay. This expansion is going to end up getting taken down. Perhaps the timing on the next attack is going to be about 4 minutes, or 2 to 4 minutes after the human Thunder is able to get a little bit more gold and more units out onto the field. Knights still getting trained up here. What's that? 46 to 78 damage. Flame Strike coming down. Let's take a look at it. Quick silence, the Flame Strike there, as the units are now trying to engage. Holy Light not going to be possible, as the, oh, Potion of Healing. Paladin now trying to chase back. Are we going to see that Holy Light? No, we are not. Once again, all of that was taken out once more. All right, another Crypt Fiend could get taken out, down to 68 hit points, able to get burrowed. Meanwhile, the Dark Ranger now sitting at level 5. Acolytes joining in on the fight, trying to save every which way. Paladin sitting at level 4. The Destroyers are living up to their name, taking down the Goblin Shredder, and a beautiful strategy, knowing that the Paladin cannot heal those units there. All right, another Acolyte going to get taken down. Level 3 Holy Light is a very big deal. Trying to heal up or deal damage past 600 hit point heals are very difficult. Meanwhile, Flying Machine getting in some easy damage once more. Meanwhile, and also, well, a greater Dark Minion out onto the battlefield as well. All right, everything is splitting up every which way. Meanwhile, Knight's going to go after this greater Dark Minion. That will get taken out with no problem. Blood Mage. Oh, the Knight. Is it Staff of Sanctuary? No, it is not. Oh, Resurrection at the Tavern. Really? Because there is nowhere else to try and resurrect. Altar of Kings has been destroyed for quite some time, as the Knights will be forced to retreat back once more. All right, this has been a marathon of a game. Paladin is sitting at level 5 right now with a large number of Knights going up against Abominations. There are Destroyers, Obsidian statues here. Flying Machines are getting added in as well. 2-1 upgrades on those Flying Machines. And once you have enough to deal with those Destroyers, is that going to be enough to finish off the rest of the game? Holy Light saving another unit again. Knights are just trying to wander around every which way. Paladin could go for the Divine Shield. Yes, it does. It gets it off, as we are now seeing them engage against, well, the creeps as well. The creeps are just joining in on the fight and causing problems, as the Obsidian statues need to retreat back. What is going on? The Paladin going to go ahead and, is it going to buy Dust of Appearance? No, buying a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in order to head back. Paladin also has enough for another Holy Light. Is it going to try and engage right here? Yes, it will. Double backing around to go after some of those units. There's that Holy Light again, as the Knight tries to shift back off to the north. As the squadron of Flying Machines gets added in, Blood Mage now back out onto the field. We are mining from this base once more. And, well, Undead, not realizing that his opponent set up a third base, that may be his downfall. But in the same way, at the same time, all we need to see is one good fight go the other way. And that could be Well, that could be the end of human. Guard tower should be upgrading already. Scroll of regeneration being used. Clarity potion being used as well. Acolytes were mainly taken out, as we should be seeing at an expansion already being set off to the top right here. All right, let's go ahead. There's the engagement. Silence on the Blood Mage and the Paladin. Paladin could be in trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used to counteract that silence. It should be able to get off one more big heal here as the Flying Machine is now joining in on the fight. Staff of Sanctuary saves one Knight. Paladin now trying to back up. We see Web now being brought back down as the Greater Dark Minions. They're essentially like footman and a half right now as a flame strike lands amongst all of those units there. There goes one destroyer again. Knight does get taken down. Level 4 now on the Lich. Paladin sitting at level 5. Blood Mage sitting at 5, trying to back away. And these Greater Dark Minions are going to give so much mana to the Lich that they're just going to be able to lay waste with Frost Nova. All right, Dark Ranger, well, losing a lot of mana, should be going onto that Lich or instead that Death Knight. However, well, doesn't burn any mana off of the big heroes. Meanwhile, Mountain King being added as a third hero, so 5-5-1 right now. Mountain King for the stun, as it is still going to be 1 base to 0, as we don't see any sort of mining happening anywhere for the Undead. The Undead has not been mining for, I would say, about 4 or 5 minutes, but they still are winning this game in terms of army size. With the Dark Ranger and nearing, well, possession. If we do get possession, that is going to be a huge shift in the overall control of the game, as the Dark Ranger is going to take away those knights slowly but surely from his opponent. All right, let's take a look. Dark Minion's going to finish off this last town hall. Well, one more wave of attacks. There it goes. Lich gonna go ahead. Well, you can see the Lich. Well, Lich is still gaining some experience, but not very much, since the Death Knight and the Dark Ranger are nearby. We are getting up a town hall here. Flying Machines are here, ready to go. Knights here, ready as well. Mountain King. Is it going to be, what is going to be able to try and do? Scout towers are all coming across here. Army is now making its way over. These Greater Dark Minions, 405 hit point undead units, dealing 16 to 19 damage per attack. That is rather high, as the Flying Machines are going to, well, try to go after these units here. All right, what's going down? Guard towers, all these units ready to engage. Flying Machines going to go after those. That Destroyer going to try to absorb some mana, siphon mana coming back against the other way. Silence onto the Blood Mage, but Blood Mage survives with the 600 hit point heal and still able to fight back. Meanwhile, it looks like the Destroyer was taken down already. One low hit point Knight. Is it going to get staffed? Yes, it will. And all of a sudden, Thunder is playing extremely well in this fight. Is he going to be able to perhaps get a Flame Strike off and try to take down some of these units again? And Knights eating their way through. Dark Ranger is not yet at 6, and it is so incredibly close. Blood Mage now finally, well, Blood Mage trying to stay alive, not going to be able to do so. Dark Ranger now at 6. Wanda mana stealing, could perhaps steal mana and then perhaps try and steal one of those knights as well, as the units are now backing up once more. More Dark Ranger. Oh, Arcane Tower continuing to poke. And Paladin going to go after that Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger is a big threat indeed, as the Flying Machines, well, give it up. Thunder has left the game, and a 1 base undead going up against a 3 base human actually wins. He wins in the overall hero score, resource score 25,000 gold, going up against 11,000 gold. So yeah, money isn't everything. If that is the lesson learned, money isn't everything in Warcraft 3 and in life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And for everyone on Twitch, stay tuned.